Well, I killed another man during World War One. I found out he was having an affair with my wife.
Can you run to the water? Show me how you swim. At the count of 5, I want you to run to the water. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The position is for a secretary.
Why did they ask for me? I have no experience in secretary work. My typing is slow and inefficient.
We'll make an assistant. I sent her all the details, but she specifically chose you. You're a teacher, are you not?
Well, a games mistress.
Teachers are good at organising. She thinks you'd fit the job well. The box, please, Audrey.
I don't think I'm suited for this job.
You are who she wants, and it's very well paid. There's a permanent position on offer if you fit the bill.
Is this on an island?
Yes.
Yes, but...
For immediate expenses.
Are you lonely for me too? We must be in love. Your tender kiss is what I miss. I have a strange desire for your lips of fire. We must be in love. Oh, tell me now, do you love me too? I do. Do you love me?
Good afternoon, General Macarthur.
What an honour to meet you. I'm Justice Wargrave.
Justice Wargrave? The honour's all mine, sir.
Retired from justice because of my tumour now. I had surgery a few weeks back. I feel much better now.
Mr.
Philip Lombard.
Welcome to Soldier Island!
Hello, my name is Mr. Rogers. I presume you've met my wife, Evelyn Rogers.
Well, Rogers, when can we expect to meet our hosts?
It's a full house tonight, sir.
Hello, my name is Detective Sergeant William Bohr. I've been assigned to investigate everyone by the UN own.
I look forward to meeting you all at dinner.
Show you to your rooms.
My friend, Mrs. Constance Cole Menton. Did she change her plans? Do you know?
No, I don't.
Ridiculously vague. This whole arrangement. The Owens invited me to meet my friend and she isn't even here. Strange, very strange indeed.
Excuse me, sir, do you need some help?
I don't trust anyone here.
Neither do I. You seem the most trustworthy person at the moment. I think we should team up.
That sounds splendid. We can get out of here in no time.
Ladies and gentlemen, lobster souffle.
Have we met before?
I'm sorry, my memory wasn't as it was.
It'll come to me.
What are these?
They're the 10 little soldiers, you know, from the poem.
I know it off by heart. As a little boy, my nanny used to recite it to me. I imagine she wanted to scare me into being good.
Did it work?
I was a stickler for the rules, rather a dull boy.
I really couldn't imagine that. Although you shouldn't call it a poem, Miss Claythorne. Doggerel poetry should be uplifting.
Silence, please. You're all charmed, following indictment. Edward George Armstrong, accused of Queensland Mary's.
Who is this?
I don't know, sir.
William Henry Moore, Judith Murder, James Mira Elizabeth Claythorne, Judith Murder, Cyril Ogleby Hamilton. Philip Lombard, Judith Murder, 21 men, Elizabeth East African. John Ward Macarthur, Judith Murder, Arthur Richmond. Antonio James Marston, Judith Murder, John and Lucy Cone. Justice Wargrave, Judith Murder, Edwin Seton. Thomas and Ethan Rogers, Judith Murder, Jennifer Brady. Prisoners at the bar, how do you plead?
She's definitely dead. We better move her upstairs.
Yeah, probably.
He's not Davis. I think we need to come out sooner or later, but I'd rather do it now. I was a mercenary soldier in Africa, and I did what had to be done.
I framed a young man of being in a criminal gang.
I think all of us are wondering why a servant would murder.
It was my former employee. Me and Ethel stood to inherit money from her. I regret to inform you all that my wife, Mrs. Rogers, was killed last night. Okay.
Look, only 8 of the figures remain. 9 little soldiers sat up late. One overslept himself, and then there are 8. 2 figures were taken away from this table. Who took them?
You've been serving the cup of coffees, right?
Anyone would think you had taken the cup of coffees as you had noticed them.
Does anyone actually know who Mrs. and Mr. Owen is?
That reminds me, I've been thinking about the names for a while. Una Nancy Owen and Ulrich Norman Owen. As initials, it's UN Owen or unknown.
So, the killer is amongst us.
Well, we're all doomed. The ship is not coming back for us.
Don't say that they're coming back for us.
Calm down, we'll get out of this.
I shall be up there if you need me. But keep in mind our doom is near.
You'll be alright.
Eight little soldier boys went to Devon.
One said that he'd stay behind, and then there were 7.
Wait, where's Rogers? 7 little boys chopping up sticks. One chopped himself in half, and then there were 6.
Everyone's dying way too quickly.
6 little soldier boys playing with a hive. A bumblebee stung one, and then there were 5. Why do you have this?
As I said before, nothing's going to come out of accusing people.
Thank you, Mr. Wargrave. Isaac Morris came to talk to me about this get-together of sorts and said that Mr. U.N. Owen is expecting things to become a little volatile. I can assure you that although I have a gun, I am not the killer.
I suggest we clean up everyone's rooms and lock up stuff that could be potentially dangerous.
You had something to hide. Should have hidden it, shouldn't you? It's just time to pay the price. Not listening to advice and deciding in your youth on the policy of truth.
Right, yeah, I think that's everything.
That means our murderer will not be able to murder once more. Wait, where's Miss Brent?
Probably downstairs. And it looks like a sting as well.
What's this? Why is that there?
You're a surgeon, this came from your case. Well, show us your case then.
Please, be quiet.
I'll accompany him to make sure he doesn't do anything.
I think it's best if I go and swell. Everything all good? What? Come quickly!
I knew Armstrong was the killer.
Oh no, he's been shot.
I'm not gonna sleep amongst the murder scene.
We're going to have to stay awake so that this killer doesn't try and kill us in our sleep.
Shut up, come with us. Wake up, he's escaped. Armstrong's the killer.
That doesn't matter anymore. We'll escape from the island tomorrow.
That's a good idea. I'll meet you all at the beach. I just need to get my luggage.
Four little soldier boys going out to sea.
The red herring swallowed one, and then there were 3.
I don't know how much of this I can take. And where's Blore?
Perhaps I better run over.
Okay, I'll come with you. Is everything alright, Lombard?
There's no one on the island, no one at all, except us 2.
How do I know I can trust you?
Set to sea on a ship called Independence, cast away on the island of loneliness. Didn't think she could hear my SOS. She was bringing me love. Oh, mama, she did it. She did it. Mama, she did it. She did it. Yeah. Ooh, she did it. She did it.
No, I'm not dead.
What?
My surgery, I lied about it. It was complete failure. Retired from justice because of my tumour. I had surgery a few weeks back. I feel much better now. The disease is spreading. It's only a matter of time. Before I go, it's honestly painful. It really is.
Why are you doing this?
The evidence that led me to convict Edward Seton, who was too terrible to be made public. While others were revolted, I was fascinated when Seton looked into my eyes. He could see that I was thrilled. He knew that I was kindred spirit. I felt as though I had been handed a gift. There were differences between me and Seton. His victims were all innocent. You were all guilty. Now imagine the detectives come to find a house full of slaughter and the handiwork of U.N. Owen. But U.N. Owen is nowhere to be seen. Who else could have fired the final shot? Ended the life of the unimpeachable judge. 10 bodies and 1 murderer. How could he have disappeared?
Well, Isaac Morris will tell the police. I know it.
My dear, I killed Isaac Morris. I found out he had been illegally feeding drugs to a young woman, which drove her to suicide.
Well, we can do this together. We can say that Philip killed us all. He'd gone insane.
I thought he was the sanest of the lot, to be honest. You see, that's why I've been doing all this. All because of you guilty murderers. There are 2 more bullets in this thing.
Wait!
From an early age, I knew very strongly the lust to kill. I had devised for my own private amusement the most igneous ways of carrying out a murder. To see a criminal suffering on the gallows was to me an execution pleasure. I have always been strictly just as scrupulous in my summing up of a case. I have wanted, let me admit it frankly, to commit a murder myself, and I determined to commit not one murder, but murder on a grand scale. I began secretly to collect victims, Marstons who were driving too fast, Vera who wanted inheritance for her lower, and Miss Brent kicking a servant in wedlock out of the house. Anthony Marston and Mrs. Rogers died first, the one instantaneously, and the other in peaceful sleep. General Macarthur met this death quite painlessly. He did not hear me come up behind him. According to my plan, I should shortly need an ally. I selected Dr. Armstrong for that part. He was a gullible sort of man, actually be a murderer. I killed Rogers on the morning of August 10th. He was chopping sticks for lighting the fire and did not hear me approach. I slipped into Bard's room and abstracted his revolver at breakfast. I slipped my last dose of chloral into Miss Brent's coffee when I was refilling her cup. I slipped in there a little while later. She was nearly unconscious, and it was easy to inject a strong solution of cyanide into her.
I'll accompany him to make sure he doesn't do anything.
Intimated to Armstrong that we must carry our plan into effect. It was simply this. I must appear to be the next victim that perhaps rattle the murderer. At any rate, once I was supposed to be dead, I could move about the house and spy upon the unknown murderer.
You know the swimming pool.
I had a rendezvous with Armstrong outside the house at 1:45. I looked him up a little way behind the house on the edge of the cliff. It was quite easy. I uttered an exclamation, leant over the cliff, told him to look. Wasn't that the mouth of a cave? He leant right over. A quick, vigorous push sent him over his balance and splattering into the sand below. When Bloor went back to his suitcase, I was ready to shoot him, laying the gun in perfect position. Exit Bloor. Next, I saw Vera Playthorne shoot Lombard with the gun, a daring, resourceful young woman. I always thought she was a match for him and more, and now I shall finish writing this. I shall enclose it and seal it in a bottle, and I shall throw the bottle into the sea. Why? Yes, why? It was my ambition to invent a murder mystery that no one could solve. But no artist, I now realize, could be satisfied with art alone. There is a natural carving from recognition which cannot be gainsaid. When the sea goes down, there will come from mainland boats and men, and they will find 10 dead bodies and an unsolved problem on Soldier Island. Signed, Justice Wargrave.
My dream is a wondrous dream. It's the answer to such a sad love. Deep in your eyes, it kind of held you. Open and closed within your eyes. I'll place the sky within your eyes. There's such a full heart, beating so fast, in search of new dreams. A love that will last within your heart. I'll place the moon within your heart. As the pain sweeps through, makes no sense for you. Every feel is gone, wasn't too much fun. Oh.
Mr. Wright, I've heard about what you've done in Farrington House. You've been hired.
Who?
Adeline Knight from the Night House.